We tell you to haunted haze. Hey, welcome back to Haunted Haze. I'm Josh.
I'm Kristen.
And this is episode 4.
Yes. Ooh. That was my ghost noise.
That was a good one.
I like that you just joined in with me.
Yeah, it was fun. So welcome back to Haunted Haze. For anyone that's been following us, this is episode 4. If you're new, welcome.
Yes, and if you are new, give us a like on social media, Haunted Haze Podcast. And if you have a scary story and you want to send it to us, please email us at hauntedhazepodcast@gmail.com.
Yep, sounds good.
Yes.
Send us your scary stories. Send us your suggestions. This week we have some segments that we're going to try to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what are we going to talk about?
This week we're going to talk about an incident that happened in my childhood home. Me and my brother saw 2 glowing red eyes in the closet.
Heck no.
Yeah, this story kind of is the beginning of everything for me. It's the scariest story that's ever happened to me.
And it's kind of the first thing that ever happened to you.
Yeah, it's kind of the first paranormal anything that ever really happened to me. And ever since then, I've just kind of been sensitive to it because of it, I think. But anyway, so this is wintertime, January, February.
Okay.
And it's at night. We're going to go pick up my dad from work. He was working like a second shift job, so it's like later at night.
Okay.
So it's me and my brothers. My youngest brother is like in the car seat age. And we're about to leave, and my mom says she forgot her coat. And she tells us she asks me, hey, run up and get my coat. And all the lights in the house are off. So I immediately no, I don't want to go by myself. So I convinced her to send my little brother with me. So he comes with me. We run to the back of the house. All the lights are still off. And the way I had to get my parents' coat off was their coats, they would hang them right outside of the closet on like a little hook.
Okay.
Right? So just right outside the closet. But I couldn't really reach them, so I had to get on the edge of the bed and...
Yeah, you just weren't tall enough.
Yeah, I wasn't tall enough. So I just got on the edge of the bed and I would pull them off. So that's all I was going to do. So I ran in, jumped up on the edge of the bed. My brother was standing probably maybe just a couple of feet inside of the room away from the doorway. Right as I grab the coat, I kind of hear this low like just growl. And I'm like holding the coat and I look down, and about right at the level of my stomach, I see these 2 glowing red eyes.
Oh, man.
I don't really see a shape or anything. I just see these 2 glowing red eyes, and they're like looking right back at me.
Wow.
And I kind of say in a quivering voice, I ask my brother, I'm like, do you see this? Or do you see that? And right as he goes to say, yeah, they look at him.
Oh, man.
It's like its head turns and looks straight at him.
Oh, gosh.
And we both just scream like, ah! And its head, or the eyes turn back at me and look at me right as I'm screaming. I rip the coat down and we just run and bolt out of the house screaming.
How old were you?
I was about 7 or 8.
Oh, man.
About 7 or 8.
So you're like very young.
Yeah.
This is scary as hell.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of us. And we just come bolting out of the house screaming. My mom's like, what? What's going on? What? We tell her we just saw 2 fucking glowing red eyes.
What'd she say?
She didn't believe us.
Oh.
She just didn't believe us. She's just like, you didn't see that. It was a reflection of something.
Yeah, trying to rationalize.
But there's nothing. There's nothing. It's a closet. There's clothes. What are we talking about? Red eyes reflect. What are they reflecting off of?
Yeah.
We didn't have like a computer. There was no TV in their bedroom.
Yeah, it wasn't like electronics or anything in the closet.
Yeah, this is like early 90s, mid 90s.
That's really interesting.
So, we told my dad. He didn't believe us. We just had to saw something else. But me and my brother saw that. I saw that.
I believe you.
And ever since then, just kind of been sensitive to paranormal things.
Well, that's super creepy. So on that note, I'm going to bring in our new segment.
Okay.
Kids say the damnedest thing.
Oh, of course. Yeah, kids say the damnedest.
So here's what somebody wrote. Even though they had never met, my youngest talks about my deceased father as if they spend time together. One day she told me all about how Grandpa taught her how to bait a hook for fishing. He was an avid sports fisherman. She had never in her life even held a fishing pole, but described in great detail the right way to do it.
Wow.
That's pretty creepy, right?
That is creepy. What is it about, I guess, what is it about kids that just saying creepy things?
And it's like they're just more
sensitive
to...
Everyone just kind of like lets it slide.
I know, it definitely makes you think if you hear
something. He's just a creepy kid.
So you had kind of told me a little about your story about the red eyes.
Yeah.
And so I just Googled to see if anybody else had an experience like that.
Okay, yeah.
So I came across this little thread of people. So this person said, the first time I saw them, I was probably 5 or 6, and I was in the backyard alone at my grandparents' house. The sun was setting, and it was starting to get pretty dark out. The yard was lined with tall, thick privacy hedges. I was running around just like a little hooligan for God knows why, and I felt compelled to peer slightly into one of the hedges. Staring right back at me were 2 almond-shaped red eyes.
Oh, wow.
Clear as fucking day. I kind of freaked out and ran really fast from the bushes, and I didn't say anything to the adults because parents just don't understand, man.
Oh, I feel that, yeah.
The second time, I was sleeping in the guest bedroom at my grandparents' house. I was tossing and turning, unable to sleep. By the way, I'm very afraid of the dark, and I'm 30 now, so this is pretty much still true.
Yeah.
Same. Anyway, I'm at the bed, scanning the huge dark room, and they appear again. Except this time they're about a foot or 2 away from me. Bright, huge, almond-shaped eyes.
Whoa.
There was a computer in the other corner of the room, but these were clear eyes. I guess I'm curious if anyone else had similar experiences. What weird shit did you see as a kid?
Yeah.
This person said, I have a very vivid memory of being about 9 or 10 and seeing glowing red eyes in my closet. I knew the contents of the closet very well, and nothing in there was reflective or even a hue of red. I was transfixed and overwhelmed with terror. I stared at them for what felt like an hour before I eventually pulled my covers over my head and passed out. I never saw them again. My parents checked the closet the next morning and nothing would create that effect. I've never seen them and they don't bother me to this day. I'm nearly 38 and I still close my children's closet doors at night.
Well, yeah.
Hey, that's a good parent to prevent that from their kid.
Oh, that still scares me. I'm still afraid of seeing them.
Oh, I try to close our closet every night.
I'm still afraid of seeing this.
This person said, wow, sounds just like my experience. I looked it up a couple years ago, and it sounds like it's a phenomenon amongst children. There are stories like ours all around the world. To this day, it's the most frightening thing I've ever experienced. I remember staying under the covers for the rest of the night, even though it was really hard to breathe under there, and I'm still afraid of the dark. I'm 30, and I use a nightlight. Also same.
Yeah, right?
I had this experience before as a child, too, and I thought I made it up one night, until I had a conversation with my cousin, and she remembered seeing it as well.
Wow.
So many crazy people.
So many people. And just the ages. Like,
yeah, it's all similar. It's like
all like similar, like
very
7
young
to
kids.
10.
Yes. This person
crazy.
said, I've seen a pair of red eyes 3 times in the past several years. The first was when I can only describe as a shadow person that tried to pull me out of bed.
Oh, man.
Red eyes, sharp teeth, strong as a bull.
What?
My husband was holding on to me. He's 6'4" and 275 pounds.
All right.
And when being let go of, my husband said, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
I was hoping it was a night terror, but unfortunately it was not. Thankfully, this is the only time that I've ever seen that particular being. The other 2 times were seeing a pair of red eyes in our walk-in closet for a few seconds.
What is it about closets?
Right?
What is it about these things being in closets?
But once she walked in the closet, they disappeared. And the third was actually last night. when I felt something grab my leg. I thought it was one of my kids. I opened up my eyes and raised to see who it was. A pair of red eyes were staring at me from the dresser mirror while I was trying to...
Oh, my God.
While I was trying to wake up my husband, our cat jumped over the bed and started growling and hissing, which he never does.
Oh, man.
I glanced back at the mirror and saw a shadow of something jump off the bed.
Oh, my God.
Pretty terrifying.
That's terrifying. They need to leave that house.
Man. I lived in a house when I was 7 years old. Me and my little sister slept in the room upstairs. In our room, there were stairs leading to the attic. I was in my bed, tucked tight, while my little sister was sleeping. I looked over by the stairs. In the dark spot, I saw a sudden red, bright eyes glowing at me.
Oh, man.
I knew it was something, and I wasn't imagining it because I was wide awake. And when I moved in, the owner said that someone died in that house. But of course, as a kid, I didn't pay attention to what they said.
Oh, man. That's creepy.
Of course, as a kid, you didn't pay attention to what they said. I would have thought about it every waking moment.
Yeah, right. I saw red eyes as the dead person.
Yeah.
I don't know what it
person
was.
died here?
It definitely didn't have like a good energy, whatever I experienced.
Absolutely.
It didn't have a good energy.
This person said, when I was 9 years old, me and my brother slept in the same bedroom. The bedroom door was open and I could see my parents watching TV. Before I knew it, I started to pass out, and all of a sudden I remember waking up and tilting my head to the left to see my parents were still watching TV. At this point, my body couldn't move and I couldn't talk. I tilted my head more to the left, and I saw a bright pair of glowing red eyes in my closet staring at me.
Oh my God. Again in the closet.
I could not do anything. I wanted my parents to come in running and say it was just a dream. Now that I'm 22, people tell me that I had an encounter with a demon. Ever since I started to talk about it, I can sometimes hear whispers of a different language in my room at night.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Yes, it is. If I heard a different language of anything coming into my room, I feel like I would die.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Alright. When I was around 5 or 7 years old, I saw red eyes a lot. And there was nothing that I could explain, no reflection or anything else. I had it almost every day looking at me.
Okay.
I was so scared of it, I would hide under my blankets. I'm 100% sure it was not just a dream. It was real, and it's something I won't forget. But suddenly, when I got older, I still remember how it was. Oh, I'm sorry. I won't suddenly forget it when I'm older.
Oh, okay.
I still remember how it was, and I still believe it wasn't a dream or a hallucination.
Yeah.
This is another one that's just a huge run-on sentence.
Yeah, it's okay.
This person said, when I was a kid living upstairs in the house my parents bought, one night as a kid, around 7 to 10, I'm not sure exactly of the age, I was sleeping and I woke up. I had bunk beds. In my closet, I saw red eyes looking at me.
Oh my God.
Not huge, but human size.
Yep.
But also not human looking. I closed my eyes and looked again, and still I saw it there staring at me. I'm 32 now, and my parents still live in the same house. Till this day, I will never forget seeing those red eyes as a kid.
Yeah, it sticks with you. Yep.
Alright, I just have 2 more.
Alright.
I personally believe that this kind of thing is normal. I had a similar experience. Spirits, demons, whatever, they love to mess with you. As a child, I used to see things like shadows in the dark, and I know they weren't supposed to be there. I even used to feel like I was being dragged off my bed. I was lying down one night, and I faced the wall trying to get some sleep. Something told me to turn around, so I did. These red eyes glowing at me were staring down, and I ignored them and turned around trying to go to sleep again.
Just ignore them.
That's my philosophy.
It'll just go away.
After a couple seconds, being young and curious, I decided to turn around again. Why?
Yeah.
When I did, they were closer to my face.
Oh my God.
So, they were so close I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I couldn't move for a while, and I just stared. After then, I got my senses back, and I dashed forward and ran off. But again, being the child I was, I stopped at the door to look back. They were gone. I heard a dark and devilish laugh.
Oh my God.
I ran off, needless to say.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, for real.
Run forever.
Who looks back?
Yeah, really.
Just go.
Just go.
So I have
That's
one
what we
more.
did. We just went.
Get out.
It is weird.
Fight or flight, right?
It's weird. It's like when you see, like, your brain isn't comprehending what you're seeing, really. You
Yeah.
know? Like, you're like, what is this? Is this real or what, is this a dream?
Well, I have one more here.
Okay.
When I was about 8 years old, somewhere in the 80s, I was experiencing seeing two big, red, glowing, almond-shaped eyes. Again, with the almond shape.
I know. These are all super similar
They
stories.
are.
To mine.
Yeah, for sure.
Let alone to each other.
Alright, so two big, red, glowing, almond-shaped eyes floating and staring at me for a short moment right beside my bed. It happened early in the morning after I had woken up. Not being dizzy or half asleep or anything like that, when I noticed the two red eyes were there. It wasn't like you'd picture a red or an eye with an iris and all that stuff. They were pure red glowing. Not an intense glow either. I tried to make a sudden movement, but I was frozen. Scared, Scared, it had startled me, and I felt a natural excitement, anxiety, alertness.
For sure.
I tried focusing my eyes to be sure that I wasn't imagining things. It wasn't dark either. It was already light outside. There was not a shape or a silhouette surrounding these eyes. No physical body as far as I can recollect. These eyes were only there for a short moment and disappeared when I had blinked or looked away.
Wow.
That really breaks my rules also of the fact that I feel safe when the sun comes up.
Yeah, right? Yeah, because this was during the day.
Yeah, like I generally...
Or early morning.
Yeah, I don't generally worry about the, scary stuff that's going to happen in the morning. Really, what I want to know is why all these things want to live in the closet.
Yeah, what's it about closets?
Why everybody is so specific about seeing the same shape and color and everything of the eyes.
Yeah, and seeing it in a close proximity, right? It's not like most of everyone was seeing it really close to their face, like not just far away.
And it's like everybody's also only seeing eyes. They're not really seeing a body.
Yeah, that is true. Because I don't remember seeing like a head or any kind of distinct features. I just remember seeing just the eyes.
And you said it was pretty dark.
Yeah, it was basically pitch black.
Okay.
It was just enough light in the house, I guess, so you could make your way around. But yeah, it was
dark
in the house,
okay.
For sure. It was just a quick in and out. That's all we were doing.
Yeah.
And I saw them eyes, man, and just
darted.
What really sold it for me was it looking over at my brother. Like looking at my brother and him realizing that it looked at him.
Because that like also gives it a little intelligence.
For sure, yeah. It knew we were there. It knew who or what we were, or whatever it was. But yeah, it was just ever since then I've just had some type of sensitivity to the paranormal. At least I've just been more intrigued by it, I guess.
For sure, maybe more open to it.
Yeah, I definitely kind of have feelings, from it, but pretty scary, man. That was the scariest story that's ever happened to me.
Well, I got some fast, freaky facts for you.
All right,
back again with the facts. So this week, it's pretty gross, I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
So this says a human head remains conscious for around 20 seconds after it's decapitated.
What? How do they know that?
I have no idea. This one says a body decomposes 4 times faster in water than it does on land.
Well, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, pretty disgusting. And then this one says within 3 days of death, the enzymes from your digestive system begin to digest your body.
Wow, that's crazy.
3 days and they turn on you.
3 days and they turn on you, yeah.
That's all it takes. So that was some fast, freaky facts.
Sounds good.
Pretty nasty.
Well, how about the creepy news of the week?
Ooh, yes.
So this is not your grandma's finger sandwich.
Okay.
It says, Ryan Hart, a 14-year-old boy from Michigan, lived out a real-life urban legend when he found a severed finger in his Arby's roast beef sandwich. Reportedly, Hart had nearly finished his sandwich when he tasted something rubbery and spat out a partial human finger.
That's so gross.
Yeah. According to the restaurant, a female employee cut off her finger while slicing roast beef and neglected to immediately tell anyone. Other employees had unknowingly packaged the order and served it to Hart.
Oh.
Another headline, The Family Cook. A Los Angeles restaurant chef currently on trial for his wife's murder admitted to police he taped interview that had not only killed her, but also disposed of her body in a very gruesome manner. On the tape played for jurors, David Vaines told police that the reason they had been unable to find his wife's remains was because he had boiled the corpse in a 55-gallon drum of water, leaving only her skull behind.
Oh my gosh.
And that's the creepy news for the week.
Wow. We're on a really morbid roll this week.
Yeah, right?
Man.
We went dark on that one.
Yeah, that was pretty disgusting.
Yeah, wow.
So it's time again, once again, for
Versus.
Versus, yes. So, it's random AF every week.
Yep.
We use the super duper secret box.
Yeah, we're going to pull a random...
I'm shaking it up.
one scary thing against another scary thing, and we discuss which one we think is scarier.
And we have no idea what it's going to be until the super duper secret box tells us.
Yep, so we're opening up the super duper secret box. We're going to pull one out. What is it?
All right, it is, oh goodness, Aliens versus Demons.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so, that one's...
They could potentially kind of be the same, though, right? They might be the same thing.
Well, that's...
Right? They could be interdimensional beings?
I see where you're going with it.
Well, I don't know. So on this one, with demons, that's always a dark negative energy. So with aliens, we don't really know if it's always just going to be a dark negative energy per se, really.
Or like more curious.
Yeah, they might be here for good, like teach us, some spectacular message or something.
I would say demons are scarier for sure.
For sure.
I see what you're saying about them kind of being the same.
Yeah, maybe they could be the same thing. Maybe what people think aliens are really demons.
Yeah.
Or what,
I think that, you don't really have to worry about being possessed by an alien. Well, I don't know, actually.
I don't know. Maybe, haven't we heard stories about that before?
I'm sure there's movies that way. There's for sure an alien in Men in Black that
can possess
goes inside somebody and becomes them.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, right?
But
he kind of takes over his body, though, so it's different. Like,
there really is that
It's just his skin suit, yeah.
Oh.
So that's a little different. He's not still the same guy.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to lean heavily towards demons on this one.
I would agree.
It's scarier.
But let us know. I want to hear what you listening think.
Yeah, what do you think? Are we wrong? Do you think aliens are scarier?
Tell us why.
Yeah, hit us up, Haunted Haze Podcast at gmail.com.
Yes, and on Facebook and Instagram at Haunted Haze Podcast.
Please give us likes. Help share this. If you're enjoying our episodes, please share it. Spread the word. Review it.
Leave us a review, yes, and tell people, because that's how we get out there, is you telling a friend.
Yeah, word of mouth.
Hey, also while you're at it,
hopefully the better we're going to get it, right?
Absolutely.
We're still working on it. We're
brand new, obviously.
Yeah, we're going through some bumps. We're just figuring some stuff out. So we're trying to get better at it. We're trying to add more segments. We're trying to still make it fun, but
also
definitely
creepy.
Keeping that creepy factor for sure.
But hey, also while you're at it, check out Hippie Haze Studios on Etsy, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yep.
We make tie-dye shirts,
paints.
Stash
we do
boxes.
Paintings, stash boxes. All kind of art. Check it out. If you're looking for some type of gift or something, hit us up.
Yeah.
We have a lot of options.
It's fun stuff. We just like to travel and see the world and go do spooky things, like I think we've said before, but it's just what our passion is.
Yeah, we really enjoy this. This is kind of like we just sit on the couch anyway
and talk to each other.
And this is what we talk about. We talk about creepy things. So
why not include somebody else in the conversation?
Yeah, let's just make a podcast out of it.
Thank you so much for listening, though.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening. Hope you enjoyed episode 4. we'll be back with episode 5.
Yes, next week.
We got a good one for episode 5, I
I'm
think.
pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
All right, peace out.
Peace out. Stay haunted.